COVID-19 First Alert forecast. Certified most accurate since 2004.
Got a beautiful weekend shaping up across Northeast Ohio. It's a sunny and a warm fall weekend for us, a lot different than where we were last weekend, even the start of this week. Temperatures will be shooting near the 70-degree mark today. Lots of sunshine and just a light breeze that will start from the south, and then a lake breeze will settle in 5 to 10 miles per hour from the north later on today. But all in all, very nice, even after the chilled start. Yes, a lot of us are in the 30s this morning away from the lake shore, but we will still get to near 70 degrees this afternoon. Of course, on the lake shore, the trade-off is not as cold this morning, not going to be quite as mild this afternoon when that lake breeze does settle in. Here's our temperatures right now. Notice we've got three spots, or really several spots, I should say, now in the 30s, really 34 degrees. Now Worcester, Akron, Ravenna over to Warren, and New Philadelphia as well. So that's real close to freezing. That is where we are going to be seeing some frost, likely up to 43 right now in Canton. Meanwhile, we're at 38 at Cleveland Hopkins. Burke Lakefront Airport is 48, so it shows you really the influence that those milder lake temperatures or lake water does have in play. But either way, we've seen a few mornings of frost now across a lot of our region, and so the growing season really coming to an end for a lot of us. First alert Doppler is quiet. We'll be saying that for several days. High pressure's in control, which means no rain and maybe not even a cloud in the sky. Plenty of blue sky to go around this weekend, maybe just some high clouds from time to time. But first alert Future Views keeping us quiet. We're good through this evening for the Guardians game. We're good tomorrow for the Browns game, tailgating included, and we're starting a week quiet as well. Monday and Tuesday, not much going on. May gather a few clouds on Tuesday, but it's really not until the middle of the week on Wednesday I'm tracking our next opportunity for rain. And even this does not look to be that impressive anymore. This is the latest run of one of our models, and it's showing even less rain now. Still, though, I would target late Wednesday afternoon, especially to the evening, for a few showers that can cross with the cold front. Some of those may linger into very early Thursday, but right now Thursday's looking to dry out, just be a lot cooler out there. And then Friday, we'll see if a weak system does pass or not. Maybe a couple light showers for us right now, but otherwise not looking too bad as we head to the end of the week. Just going to see a bigger drop in temperatures. So for today, 70 degrees, lots of sunshine, just a light breeze out there. It's a lake breeze though, so cooler temperatures right along the lake shore. But all in all, weather is looking pretty good. ALCS Game 5, same time as last night for the first pitch, 8:08 p.m., and pretty much the same weather. Mostly clear, just a light wind, 60 degrees to start, and then temperatures will fall into the 50s, low to mid 50s as that game goes on. So same weather. Let's hope for a different result, of course, this time around. For tonight, low 42 is what I'll post for Cleveland. A little bit milder along the lake shore, and then we may fall to the upper 30s for areas further inland. But I would say frost for most of us is going to be limited, maybe in those most rural or sheltered areas. Otherwise, not as much frost as we've seen in previous nights. So here's a look at our next 7 days. Look at these temperatures. Remember what I said is a different fall feel. So earlier this week, we were barely getting to 50. Now we can make a run towards 80 degrees, so some 30 degrees warmer as we head towards the start of this week. And then as we head through the end of the week, you can see the drop in temperatures. A chill down with 50s again. Will be windy, but just some limited rain late Wednesday. Otherwise, the dry stretch does continue.